All right. Today, um, we are going to demonstrate how to use the balance scorecard simulate software. Okay, so those who are interested to have a copy of the program, it's actually called the ITHINK7 demo kit program. If you want a copy of it, you can just tell me, drop a message, and then I'm going to send to you by email. All right. Now, suppose you have installed already the I think 7 demo kit. Okay, if you open it, so it brings you to this screen. Okay, now what you should do is you go to applications and models. All right, so you click this one. Okay, I'm not sure if it brings you to the next screen. So I'll stop sharing and then I will share again. All right, in this screen, you choose the simple balance scorecard. And then it brings you another screen. All right, so again, I'll stop share, in context, explore model structure, and then simulate. Okay, more on instructions for number 1 and number 2, we go directly to simulate. All right, so let's click simulate and it brings you to the next screen. All right, so let me stop sharing. You have here the balance scorecard simulate screen. You have here the instructions. You can click this and then you can read some more instructions on how to use this program. Now, you see these 3 shaded rectangles on the left side. These are actually the areas where you will have to make your decisions on a quarterly basis because this balance scorecard simulate covers 8 quarters. So you will have to decide for 8 quarters. Okay, what are the things that you will have to decide on? Okay, you will have to decide on how much to spend on sales and marketing every quarter. That is from 0 to $100,000, and then you will have to decide on how much to spend on training. Again, you can choose from 0 to $100,000, and then you can decide also on the hiring fraction, which means you will have to decide from a negative 25% to a maximum of 25% of your current manpower. Okay, here you will have 4 output screens. So the first one would be the output screen for your net profit and your retained earnings. Of course, the retained earnings would be your cumulative profits. Okay, and your target for 8 quarters would be to reach retained earnings amount of $50,000 or even more than that. Okay, and then you see here, if you can read this, it says service lead time index. So you must maintain this color, which is color green, which means that is the ideal situation where you have a green color for service lead time index. And then for service quality index, you must turn this into green. All right. Next, let's have another screen. Another screen would be the screen for your customers. So as you make your decisions on the 3 shaded rectangles here, you should see that there must be an increasing number of your customers. That is the ideal situation, an increasing number of your customers. And then I click again this small square right here, if you can see this. So if I click it, it will give you the average knowledge level of your employees and then the service headcount. And then I click again you would have here the service lead time index. Okay, so I'll bring this back to the screen for net profit and retained earnings. And then I will have to decide now on the first quarter. So on the first quarter, I'll decide to spend around $10,000 for my sales and marketing. And then for training, I will decide to spend a maximum of 100,000, and then I will maximize also my hiring fraction. That's 25% of my current manpower. So after you have made your decision, oh, by the way, you just have to, I think this is called the lever, or you just move it from the center to the left or to the right, depending on your decision. Okay, and then after that, let's see, you just have to click this one. Now there's a button for run, and let's see what is the effect of our decisions made on the first quarter. All right, so if you notice, there are now two lines here. The red line represents the net profit. The blue line represents the cumulative profit or the retained earnings. Now, what happened to your service lead time index? It has turned into yellow. So this is not an ideal situation, because the ideal situation is this is colored green. Okay, let's look at the other output screens. Okay, now it's good to see that the average knowledge level of your employees is increasing. Okay, next. Your customers, the number of customers is increasing also. And then another one. Here, the service lead time index. I think this is going up, and it's not good. It's not good for our customers, because our customers would prefer short service lead time index, and maybe that is the reason, because this one is going up now, and that is the reason why this one has turned into yellow. Okay, let us decide on the second quarter. Okay, on the second quarter, we decide to, or I decide, to spend, let us say, another, let me increase this to 20, not 20,000, my budget for sales and marketing. And then I'll spend 90,000 on training. And I think I need more employees for this service business. So I'll maximize the hiring fraction to a maximum percentage of 25% of my current manpower. And then I'd like to see what is going to happen to my retained earnings. And I'll click run. Or see, all right. I still have an upward direction for both my net income and retained earnings. But a worse scenario has just occurred. This one, it used to be green, then turned into yellow, and this time it's now red. We talk of unsatisfied customers, because the service lead time has now increased. And let's find out if that is correct. Here, we have an increasing number of customers. It should be a good indicator. Okay, but this is still a good indicator. We are increasing the average knowledge level of our employees. But look here, the average lead time index is significantly going up on the third quarter. Okay, on the third quarter, maybe we spend another $20,000 for sales and marketing, and then we increase our budget or spending for training to $100,000. And then, again, we maximize the hiring fraction to 25%. And then let's see what happens. I'd like to see first the effect on the net profit and retained earnings. So I click run, and there you have another increase in our net profit and retained earnings. Although our target is to reach $50,000, so we're still far from our target. And mind you, this is still colored red. So let's look at the other output screens. There is a slight increase in the average knowledge level um, of our employees. And then bad news, the service lead time index is still on the upward um, direction. And then, but here, though we have red service lead time index, there is still an increasing number of our customers. Now we go to quarter 4. Let's decide on quarter 4. Um, I think we can decrease our investment on sales and marketing. I'll make it 10. I don't want to turn it into 0 because I don't want to entirely remove all sales and marketing activities. And then we spend on the training a maximum of $100,000. And then maybe we can now reduce our hiring fraction from 25% to 20%. And then let's click run. Let's see what happens to our net profit and retained earnings there. Okay, so another significant increase on our retained earnings. Okay, so we are successful in increasing our retained earnings. That is on the financial perspective. But look here, the service lead time index is still colored red. All right, so let's look at the other output screens. Yeah, okay. So the average knowledge level of our employees, despite investing 100,000 on training, this average knowledge level of our employees is not increasing anymore, but at least it's not decreasing. And then let's look at the service lead time index. First, it went down and then it went up again. All right, so still not enough to turn this into green. All right. So so let's decide on the 5th quarter. Okay, for the 5th quarter, again, we maintain our budget of 10,000 on sales and marketing. I think for training, we have to maximize training at 100,000, and then we maintain the 20% percentage, the 20% hiring fraction on our current manpower, and then we click run there. So again, there is a significant increase. Look at the blue line in our retained earnings. But again, this is still red. All right. So if we look at our other output screens, the average knowledge level is still at this level. All right. So look here, I think we have achieved a slight decrease in the service lead time index. If we can maintain this direction in the succeeding quarters, maybe we can turn this into yellow and then ultimately into green. All right, so let's look at the number of customers there. We still have an increasing number of customers, although is slightly bending downwards. All right, so I think we are now on quarter 6. Um, let's maintain our budget for sales and marketing to 10,000. And then maybe we can now reduce our budget for training to 90. And then we maintain our hiring percentage to 20%. All right, and then we click run. There we have. You see here, um, this is not a good indicator because this is now bending towards, this is now bending downwards. All right, let's look at the um, retained earnings. Okay, our retained earnings has now exceeded the 37,500 line. Okay, and this is still colored red. All right, so I think we are now on the 7th quarter. Um, let's increase our spending on training to 100%. Our spending on sales and marketing, we maintain it at 10,000. Okay, because we have to satisfy first the customers that are coming to us. Because if you have unsatisfied customers, even if you spend more on your sales and marketing, uh, the unsatisfied customers, if we have unsatisfied customers, the spending on sales and marketing would be useless. All right, so 10,000 on sales and marketing, 100,000 on training, and then we have 20% hiring fraction. All right, so let's see what's the effect on the retained earnings there. So here, so it says here, wow, it's really getting hard to find new customers. And promotions just don't seem too effective anymore. It used to be easy to find new customers. I wonder if the market is about saturated. But look here, again, there is an increase in our retained earnings, and we have exceeded already the 37,500 line. Okay, what is good news here? This has turned into yellow already. All right, so let's see what happened to our service lead time index. Our service lead time index has gone down already. So maybe we expect that for the next quarter, this would turn into green already. So let's have the, I think this is the 7th or 8th quarter already. Let's decide. So we spend another 10,000 on sales and marketing. Then we maximize our spending on training, that is 100,000. And then another 20% hiring fraction on our current manpower, and then we click run. I would like to see first the effect on your retained earnings, and we do this. And there, it almost touched the 50,000 line. I think this is just the 7th quarter, and this is still yellow. But let's look at our output screen for the service lead time index. It's good news because this has continuously gone down. All right. And finally, let's have the final decisions. That would be for quarter 8. Let's see. Can we make this 20 for sales and marketing? And then maybe just 90,000 for training. That would be to offset the increase of 10,000 here. So there would be a decrease of 10,000 here. And then we maintain the 20% hiring fraction on our current manpower. And then I'd like to see what would be the effect on our retained earnings, and I click run. And there. So it says here that we have achieved an excellent financial performance. So congratulations, you've cracked this nut. And looking at this one, our target is just 50,000, and this has reached the exact amount of retained earnings is now 65,023. Okay, and then look here, the service lead time index has turned into green. So we have satisfied customers here because we have shortened the service lead time index. And let's find out what happened. Oh, here is your service lead time index. So it has gone down already. That's why this has turned into green. And then let's see. Yeah, this is not so good news. Uh, because this is no longer the number of customers, this is no longer on the upward direction. It's now slightly bending um, downwards. But what is good news here is for our retained earnings, we have actually exceeded the target of $50,000. So that's all for the demonstration of how to use the balance scorecard simulate. And again, I repeat, if you want a copy of the program, just drop me a message and I'll send you a copy of this program. Thank you.